In this video, I'm going to share with you 3 ways and 3 things that you can do to increase energy in your life right now. Because we've all been there as a single parent or as a parent where you feel exhausted, you feel groggy, you don't feel motivated, you don't feel inspired, you don't feel any of those things, and life becomes incredibly terrible at that point. So we're going to learn 3 ways and a super simple process that you can do to get more energy in your life right now. Stay tuned, it's coming up. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, my name's Ethan, this is Lincoln, and I'm a single dad too. I've been a single dad for about 2 years, and we're going to talk about how to increase your energy because, to be honest, I'm known for having quite a bit of energy. If you're new to the channel, you're new to the vlog, go check out some videos and see for yourself what the energy's like. And also, it's just something I'm known for. Like, I'm known for in the city that I live in. It's just like I have big energy, and when I walk in, you can feel it. People can feel it. I'm positive. I'm upbeat. I'm there. And I wasn't always this way. There's a point in my life when I was tired. I was depressed. There was suicide. There's all that stuff, and I wasn't always this inspired and happy and motivated. So I'm going to share with you what I began to do in order to turn that around for myself. Lincoln? Before we get into the 3 ways and 3 things that you can do right now, we're going to talk about the super simple process because the reality of the world is that there's a lot that we can do to change, to create more energy. And oftentimes it's very overwhelming. And there's all of these things that we can change and we end up not changing anything. So we're going to avoid that by breaking this down and using this simple process to make it really easy for ourselves so that we can change, so that we can begin to have success and begin to see that in our lives. And by the end of the video, you're going to create a little what's called a success list for yourself.
Your back.
Yes, you're on my back. And this success list is something that you're going to look at accomplishing and writing off and checking off every single day, or maybe it's every single week, but they're the things that you're going to focus on to create that energy in your life. So this super simple process, what is it? How can we begin implementing it into our lives? Well, it's called the one thing. I first learned about this in a group coaching program called Stretch 22 with Preston Smiles, and after that I read the book by Gary Keller called The One Thing. And in his book, he talks about this idea as the one thing as being that success is sequential, meaning that success is the little steps that we take each and every single day. And he goes as far as to say, if we break that down, what it is that we want, if we can break it down into a super simple step that we can just accomplish each and every single day, and we just focus on that, that by the time that a month rolls around, by the time that 2 months rolls around, or a week, we feel more energized because we're just focusing on that one thing, and everything else happens because of that. So think for a moment, what if you had more energy? Would you work better? Would you feel more productive? Would you do more things? Would you be more inspired? Would you create more change? Would your children be happier? The answer is yes to all of that. So if we just focus on the one thing, then we can begin to implement that. We can begin to do that, which then makes everything else easier. You don't want to make things complex for yourself because when things are complex, we tend not to do them. When things are simple, we tend to do them. So let's begin by talking about the first way that you can begin to create more energy in your life, and that is just to move your body. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. It could be a workout. It could be adding yoga into your life. It could be a physical activity such as walking and getting outside into nature for 20 minutes or 10 minutes or 30 minutes, just being outside in nature. Something super simple, super easy that just gets your body moving, because our bodies aren't designed to be stagnant. They're not designed to be sitting on a couch. They're not designed to be sleeping all day. They're not designed to be doing those things. And when we get moving, we begin to create that energy in our body. It gives us life. Like, how do you feel after you work out? Pretty good. How do you feel after you take a walk outside? Pretty good. Those are all things that increase energy. So what you're going to do is you're just going to ask yourself, well, what's one thing that I can focus on doing each and every single day that will help me move my body? What is that for you? Maybe it is just a 10-minute walk outside, and you write that down on your success list, and that's what you focus on. Going for a 10-minute walk each and every single day. Maybe you bring your kids if you have to. Maybe it's yoga. I'll link a bunch of 30-day challenges below that you can begin trying out for yourself that I love doing, that I work for me, from beginner to intermediate to advanced, all that kind of stuff that are super simple and super easy. Maybe it's that you want to implement that into your morning routine. Maybe it's a workout. You want to work out 3 times a week. Whatever it is for you, it's unique, it's beautiful for you, but start small. That's all that we have to do. Maybe it's even a 5-minute walk. Maybe that's where you start. 5 minutes of walking outside, and that's where we begin. That's awesome, that's beautiful, that's amazing. But whatever it is, write it down on your success list and put it there. The second way, the second thing that you can do to increase more energy in your life is we're going to talk about nutrition. So, we all know that, well, maybe you don't know, what you put into your body, you become. Meaning that I think by the time that we're 75, I think we eat over 3,000 tons of food. Well, where does that food go? That's what creates our body. Every 7 years, our cells in our body recreate each other and are pretty much brand new. So that means that's okay, Lincoln. That's okay, Lincoln. Lincoln, it's okay. It's okay. That means that the food that we intake, we become, and it energizes our body. And a lot of the times, people don't put the best food into their body. They eat fast food, they eat junk food, they eat a lot of bread, they eat a lot of stuff. They don't eat a lot of plants, they don't eat a lot of whole foods, they eat processed junk, all that kind of stuff. So we're going to talk about, well, what's one thing that you can do to begin to put some better food into your body, to focus on nutrition. For me, what I've done before in the past is I just had a smoothie. I had a smoothie every single day, and that's all that I focused on doing, was just having a smoothie, one smoothie, every single day for months. And it's something that has actually stuck with me. Every single day I have a smoothie, a green smoothie, and that's all that I focus on doing. And that thing is going to, over time, gave me more energy to then choose to add more food into my meals, better food into my meals, to go to the grocery store and buy wholesome foods. It's just by starting with that one thing, I went on to change pretty much my whole diet and the way that I eat now. Like, I'm fully, pretty much for the most part, vegan. I eat whole foods. I try to stay as organic and as healthy as possible. And these are changes that have all come by just adding that super simple thing into my life, just like yours. So ask yourself, what's one thing that you can focus on doing just every single day? Maybe it's a healthy snack. Maybe that's where you start, is just having one healthy snack. Maybe it's you start with just having one smoothie. Maybe you just have one meal that's full of vegetables, and that's it. One meal a day that's full of vegetables, or one meal every other day that's full of vegetables, and that's where you start. Whatever it is, write that down, put it on your success list for number 2. So the third thing that you can do to begin to increase more energy into your life is to begin to focus on sleep. Now, sleep is something that when I began to focus on, when I began to implement and do, this was a game changer. Like, it was a game changer. When I focused on going to bed at the same time pretty much every evening and waking up around a similar time every single morning and beginning to get routine and stop using my phone more, I began to feel way better. I began to wake up feeling rested, because a lot of people can wake up and still feel tired, and that's a sign that you're not sleeping well. So it's a good idea to focus on sleep. Yeah, you can go outside, to focus on sleep and to focus on one thing within sleep that we can look at to begin doing. And so there's lots of things that you can do. Maybe it's going to bed earlier. Maybe that's it. Maybe you want to wake up earlier. Awesome. Whatever it is. Maybe you want to use your phone for an hour less during the evening before you go to bed. Stop using your phone. Turn it off. Maybe it's 30 minutes. Maybe you want to do something relaxing before bed. Maybe like a meditation or breathing before bed that helps you get ready to sleep. Whatever it is for you, pick the one thing. Make it super easy and begin to implement that in your life. Because like I said, sleep is so important, and it's so awesome to wake up feeling rested, wake up feeling excited, wake up feeling passionate about the day. And that's the truth. So that's really the 3 ways and the 3 foundations, the 3 pillars to begin to focus on to create more energy in your life. I know lots of psychologists, I know lots of therapists who begin to recommend these 3 things, these 3 staples. Like, that's honestly a solution, a healthy solution for depression, is just focusing on those 3 things: sleep, nutrition, and movement. I'm sitting here drinking my green smoothie, editing the video, which I hope you can see, editing the video, and something came to mind that will make things even simpler. It's taking the one thing and breaking it down from 3 things to just one thing. And that's really what I want to focus on, because I really want this to be simple for you guys, because simple is actionable. Simple is what helps you create change. And that's what I'm all about. I'm all about change. I'm all about making it as simple as possible, because I know for myself, which I'm sure you can relate to, complexity, having more than one thing is just chaos. It's hard. You beat yourself up over it, and it's just hard to manage. So what I want you to do, and I had this idea while watching the video, is take your 3 things, take your success list that has the 1 for movement, the 1 for nutrition, the 1 for sleep. And I want you to ask yourself the question, out of these 3 things, what's the one thing that if I just focus on, will make the other ones happen? An example of this is maybe, let's say that your one thing was going for a walk. And that was for movement. Nutritionally, it was eating less junk food and eating more healthy food, or just eating less junk food. And the third one was reducing your phone time right before bed. So if I was to look at that and I'd be like, okay, which one of those three for me would make the other ones possible and happen anyways? Okay, let's say I eat less junk food. Well, I'd feel better all the time. Okay, if I felt better, I'd probably have more energy to work out. So that's gonna happen. Okay, well, if I feel better and I'm eating better and I'm eating less junk food, especially at night, well, maybe I'll be more conscious, I'll be more aware, I'll be more motivated to use my phone less and actually want to do something instead of just being stuck in a pattern. Okay, maybe that's my one thing. That's the one thing that I'm going to do. That's the one thing that I'm going to commit to. Wicked. So out of those three things, narrow it down to just one thing. Just one thing that you can focus on and commit to for the next 30 days, and make sure that you check out what's coming next and join that accountability group and hit me up on WhatsApp, because I want to help keep you accountable, because I want to keep myself accountable, and I want to be the best parent that I possibly can be, and I want you to be the same. I had this wonderful idea of creating like an accountability group. I will come outside in a little bit, okay? Of creating an accountability group where we as single parents can hold each other accountable to being the best versions of ourselves. So I was thinking of doing it over WhatsApp. So if you want to be part of a group that kind of like checks in, we check in with each other every day. Hey, I accomplished my one thing in this area, this area, this area. Done it, success, done, boom. And you want to just post that to the group because that's what it's going to be. Then if you want to be a part of that and helping each other keep accountable to that and keep growing through that, then I'm going to start a group on WhatsApp where we can begin to do that and hold each other accountable to being the best parents that we possibly can be. Because when we take care of ourselves, when we get ourselves sorted, we also get our kids sorted. That's just the truth. They model us. So if that's what you want, add me on WhatsApp. The phone number is just down below as well. You just type that in, I think, and you just search it, and we'll create a little accountability group and check in with each other every single day. What's your one things? Let's roll. Are you accomplishing them every single day and shooting for that for the next 30 days? Maybe that's what we go for. So with that, that's the one thing. That's how you increase energy. This is where you start. Those are the foundations. Those are the pillars that begin to then give you the energy to then look at other options. And I'll create other ways and other videos on how to increase your energy past that. Some of them are like breathing, different breathing techniques, like maybe it's cold showers in the morning. There's lots of other habits, things that we can implement, but these are the three things that you want to start with when creating more energy in your life. If you have any questions, make sure to comment them below and I'll make sure to answer them if they're around this, if they're around any idea or how to increase your energy or you're not sure about this, I'll answer it below. Just make sure you comment down below. Also, if you like this video, if you enjoy this video, hit the thumbs up and remember to subscribe to the channel if you want more content like this, if you want more videos from Lincoln and I, if you want just to join our journey in becoming the best parents that we possibly can. And if you want that too in your life, and you want some inspiration, you want some advice, you want some tips, you want some techniques, you want to join the community that just really want us to be better parents, because that's really what I want. I want us all to be conscious, loving, beautiful human beings that are fully energized and fully giving our gifts to the planet. So with that, so much love. I love you. I hope you have a wonderful day, and thanks again for watching, and peace. I'll see you soon.